Hello and good evening and welcome back to the Eastbourne Fisherman. Today I've come down to Eastbourne Beach. We're fishing down by the Wish Tower area. I'm fishing with Cliff. I don't know what we're fishing for tonight. We're just going to fish and see what happens. I'm probably going to fish a pennel rig with a whole squid and give it a go and see what we can find, if anything. Might be switch over to a 2-hook flapper later on in the evening, but we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get some fish. So Cliff is over there setting up. Pier's over in the distance over there. I'm just about getting my stuff set up now. To the right of us we have a lovely selection of rocks, and my plan is hopefully to fish this side of the rocks and see if we can try and pick up some fish. So without further ado, let's get set up and we'll crack on and do some fish. Right, so for baits wise tonight I'm going to start off with the squid. I'll say this stuff is pretty past its date. Got some mackerel here from last year, got some worms in there, some razor fish and some other bits and pieces as well. But we're going to start off with the squid, which is here. I'm going to try and grab my bait elastic, which is there, and we are going to go for a single hook pulley rig. Nice and easy. It's an absolute nightmare this evening. I'm trying to choose a spot. Got to the first spot, looked at it and I was like nah. Got to the second spot, looked at it and then was like no. And we've resulted to come in here, which I'm hoping is going to be a good spot. So just whipping on this squid and we're going to blast it off into the distance and hopefully be rewarded with a fish. We'll do have a good session tonight. Feels like it's been a long time coming that we've had a good session. Great start to the year on the rays. Hopefully the smooth arms want to come out and play ball tonight as well. Only time will tell. Right, there we go. Let's crack it out and see if we can catch some fish. Right, so the tide's coming in pretty quick here. I'm going to try and fling this bait out pretty fast. Oh. Making sure I clip it down into the lead might be a good start. So there we go, pulley rigs tonight. Like I said before, Trident Roto. Achios Tamer's hook, using the 1/0 I believe they are. Punch this out quickly before we have to move back. Should definitely be using a finger stall, but there we go. Right, bait is out. Back on the tripod, and we'll walk that back. Tighten up the excess line, there we go. Back with the drag, and away we go. Right, so I've got to be pretty careful here because the tide is coming in actually round here in a circle, so I don't want to get cut off. So I've got to be careful with where we are. The rod is now out, full squid bait. I'm just going to get my second bait set up and then we're all ready to rumble. Right, so second rig baited up, again, piece of squid. Achios Tamer's hook at the bottom, 1/0. Roto, Trident Roto. Pulley rig, blue grip lead, and we're ready for the second cast there. Alright, so we've got a lovely view tonight. Light levels starting to fade. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Just looking at the clarity of the water is pretty clear. I'm just going to go out a little bit deeper, hopefully I don't fall over. It's not too bad to be fair. I've seen it worse over the last couple of weeks. Have to get the lures out soon. Right, and so the first catch of the evening, a spider crab. There we go. Look at that massive claw, really hairy claw. Going right into my bait there. Let's get the bait out of him and get him back in, and hopefully they aren't going to be a problem. Right, second cast. I've got to remember I've got the rocks to my right. There we go. And out we go. First spider crab of the year. Rock and roll. Right, so I had a couple of little twitches on the rod tip. Nothing massive, but just a couple of twitches. I don't know what this is, man. But we shall have a look in a second, and hopefully we will catch a fish. Right, so we're about 4 casts in. Nothing much is happening, to be honest with you. I'm going to go for a nice big bit of bluey now. There we go. Sea's pushing us up the beach quite fast. Quite a big tide tonight. I think it's about 7.8 or something like that. It's quite a big tide tonight. Single hook. Will that be the winning bait for tonight? Right, folks, so we're diddly squat at the minute. Nothing at all. Literally nothing. A couple of little taps. Nothing committed. Absolutely nothing. So I've thrown about 6 or 7 squid baits out. I'm now on a big piece of bluey. I'm just going to sit tight and hopefully hope that we can catch a fish on this. The tide is now ripping towards the pier quite fast, so I've gone up to a red grip lead. And that's about it, really. That's it. That's all to report. Apart from the one spider crab, nothing at all. So there we go. Right, so after a quick seance and I lay down on the beach, I think Cliff might be into the first fish. After what seems like a lifetime of waiting. Will his prayers be answered? Oh, I think it's coming over my line as well now. Oh, I can see a fish. I see something splashing. Yeah, I think it might have to go back over my line. We have a fish.
What colour is it?
But let me just pull the rod tip of this one down.
It's doggy colour.
You alright? There you go, I should be able to lift it straight over now. You alright, mate? There we go.
They had to show at some point, didn't they?
So the first fish of the night goes to Cliff. A dogfish. Right, guys, so another hour has passed and I'm still yet to catch a fish. Just one spider crab and Cliff's had a dogfish, and that's been it. It's been absolutely painful. I feel like sometimes when you're just sitting there staring at the rod tip, you start hallucinating thinking it's going to rattle. I've had a couple of little nibbles, but nothing at all. So I'm fishing the bigger baits on the pulley. So there we go. What can you do? What can you do? I'm hoping that we catch a fish by the end of the night, but it's just going to be one of them long grindy sessions. Feel it. I feel it already. Right, last wind in from Cliff. Is he going to ace me tonight with another fish? Oh, it looks like a fish. That looks like a fish. Hey! There we go, mate.
What did I say earlier about getting an eel?
And here it is. Here it is. Well done, mate. Woo! Ace me tonight. Right, folks, I'm going to leave Cliff untangling his lovely eel. Completely aced me tonight. 2 fish to 0. I only managed to reel in a spider crab. That is it. I've had nothing all night. I've had a couple of taps here and there, like I've said in the video, but just absolutely nothing at all. I think on the next session we'll probably go to 2 rods. We might fish somewhere completely different, who knows. I think I'm going to head back to the drawing board, have a good head nod, make up some new rigs, and then we'll go from there. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.